Hello everyone, welcome back to Twisted Serenity. Thanks for clicking on my channel. If you're returning to my channel, I just want to let you guys know that I appreciate you. If you're new to my channel and you like what you see, please consider subscribing. So today I'm going to be showing you how I created a spring theme tier tray. It's not your typical tier tray. I gave it a little bit of a different look, and I created some minis to go along with it. So I really hope you guys enjoy it. Now sit back and relax or craft with me. Let's get started. Okay, you guys, for the first one, I'm taking these two Dollar Tree signs. You could take any signs from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to clean them all up. I'm ripping those hearts off, and you don't have to do this. You could paint right over it, but I did strip all the paper off of it, and I did sand them all down, and I wanted to get a very, very, very clean look. But like I said, you could just paint right over the paper. Now, I just took some regular white paint. This is acrylic paint. I could not find my white chalk paint for the life of me. And I just gave each of the boards a rough coat of the white paint. At the top left corner, you'll see baby Ace, my 2-year-old toddler. He's always up in the mix, and he had my Cricut tool and was just stabbing the board. I just decided to leave that part in there. I don't know. I'm telling you, it's never a calm moment. I can never have a me moment. So once the paint was dried, I wanted that shiplap look. So I did take the Cricut tool and the weeder Cricut tool, and I just went inside of it and took whatever paint was inside of there, and I just scraped it right out. Now, once that was done, I grabbed my Waverly chalk paint, my Waverly Antique Wax, and Waverly chalk paint in the color Elephant, and I'm going to give each of the boards a dry brush. Okay, you guys, when that's done, I'm going to flip over the boards, and unfortunately I did lose some of the footage, but all I did was take some craft sticks, popsicle sticks, and I did glue them on just to give the board some more reinforcement. So I have these two wood pieces that I picked up from Crafter Square at Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut them down. And the way I did the measurement, I want to cut it the same length as the width of our two wood plank boards. And I just used my little mini handsaw, and it was pretty easy to cut down. Now, I also have this wood plank board that I picked up from Crafter Square as well. Now, if you can't find these wood plank boards, you could use another Dollar Tree sign if you have another Dollar Tree sign. Mine's is a little warped, so unfortunately, I wish I would have used a Dollar Tree sign instead, because that is going to go to the bottom of our wood planks, and it did make it a little wobble. And this board was really, really easy to cut. I just used my craft knife, and I scored it a couple times, and it just came right off. So all my pieces are cut and sanded, and I just took my Waverly Wax and I just gave them all basically the stain look. I did go a little bit heavier because I did want them to be a little bit darker. And if you want to use, since these are wood pieces, if you want to use regular stain, go right ahead. I have stain, and I was going to stain them, but I didn't want to go outside. I couldn't do it inside the house. Because the day I was doing this, we had hit negative 37 degrees. I mean, it was freezing. And even though I have my little shed storage room where all my crafting stuff is at, I was not going to go out there. It was too cold. So, paint them whatever color you want. Remember, I always just try to give you guys a look and just use it for inspiration. Always make everything into your decor. Okay, you guys. Now, I just laid out the board pieces where I wanted to put them, since they are going to be little shelves on our little stand. And I take some wood glue, my combination of wood glue and hot glue, and I just glued the two thicker wood pieces to basically roughly around the middle of our wood planks. Our board planks. I don't know what I'm saying once again. You can see what. So I'm going to take our wood board, our flat one. You see how mine is raised a little bit? I wish it was flatter. I'm going to put some wood glue and some hot glue on there. And then I'm going to take our stand, and I'm going to place it right on there. Obviously, it's going to need more reinforcements. So I do take some tumbling tower blocks from Dollar Tree, and I glue some tumbling tower blocks along the base of the whole entire back. Now this is going to need more reinforcement, and I wish I would have did this before, but you guys are going to see in a little while what I do to make it a little bit more sturdier, which I should have done that in this step right here. So once we have all our pieces attached, these are the mini craft sticks from Dollar Tree, and basically I'm going to cut them almost in half, and I'm going to cut the top of them like a triangular shape. So basically, as you can see the shape I'm cutting it, I'm gonna make a bunch of like little fence pieces using these little craft sticks. Now if you guys have, you know, like the fences from that Dollar Tree was carrying for Christmas time, or Walmart carries, or like a garden little thing, you guys, like a garden gate, whatever, you guys could use those instead of making it out of wood, like the little wood craft sticks. And I just stain those craft sticks, and once they're stained and dried, I am going to start attaching them. Now, as you guys see, I also cut the ends off of some regular some popsicle sticks as well. And if I'm gonna use those to put like on our little gate, our little fence that we're making at the bottom. And I kind of wish I would have assembled the fence first and then attached it onto our wood plank board, because getting the popsicle sticks, like the ones that I'm laying across right now on the back of them, they were a little difficult to get them like angled the right way, and I was using some hot glue as well, and I burned my finger a couple times. I'm clumsy like that. Like, I think I'm immune to hot glue burns. Crafters, I swear our skin is like thick, and I think we're already immune to like hot glue burns. Okay, you guys, this is what I was talking about, that I said it needed to be more reinforcement to be more sturdy, and I wish I would have did this part before. So basically I grabbed some of these square dowels, and I'm going to, as you see, I measured them down. I'm going to cut down 2 side pieces to cover to fit the side of the length, and 1 to cover the width, and I attached them onto my board using wooden hot glue. This needed more reinforcement. It was too wobbly. It really was too wobbly. And so, you know how you make, you guys probably have seen, I'm rambling right now, but you guys most likely have seen videos of people taking Dollar Tree signs and making frames with wood dowels. That's basically what I'm doing with this right now, to give it more reinforcement. And I mean, once I put these dowels on there, it was really, really, really sturdy. So I stained the border, the dowel border that we just attached, with Waverly Wax. I did have a couple little gaps, but I think if you guys attach the dowels, the frame, before the bottom shelf, you guys shouldn't have that issue like I did. So this is how it should be looking so far, you guys. I know it's a couple steps, but it's worth it. To me, it's worth it. To me, it is. Now I grab the 5-gallon paint stir sticks, and I cut two of them. Obviously, the ends of it are going to be straight. The other ends of it I cut them at an angle. And this, we are going to make our little roof of our little tier tray. Now you guys see I'm just attaching it with some wood glue and a hot glue. And then I stain this with Waverly Wax as well. Okay, you guys, so I didn't want our roof to be so heavy, so I have this piece of foam board. It's pretty beat up. That's fine, because we're going to DIY right over it. So you guys could use like a thin Dollar Tree, you know, another thin Dollar Tree sign, but I decided to use a foam board because I did not want it to be too heavy at the top and make it topple over. So I do grab the foam board, and I do a coat of white paint. And since I'm using acrylic white paint, I have to do about 2 to 3 coats just to cover that black of the foam board. If you guys have white foam board, even better, because you guys won't have to go over it that many times. And then I also do stain it to match the backboard. I'm sorry, not stain it. I dry brush it with antique wax and my elephant chalk paint, so it could look all like one piece. Okay, so I have these shish kebab sticks. I took 4 out, And I'm going to stain them with Waverly Wax just to match all of our wood. And then I am going to measure, I don't know what this is called. I've seen this on like windows before. So I'm going to measure one right in the middle of our board, and I'm going to cut it down. And then I'm going to put two on the side and then at the bottom. You know what? I'm going to just let you guys see what I'm doing because I am not explaining anything right today. Okay, you guys, so our roof is done. So I grabbed my hot glue and I'm just gonna put a weeping, like a lot. I know a lot of people are like, oh, what are you doing with hot glue? But this is what I found that was gonna work for me. Some hot glue on the top of, our board. And that's how I attach our little house right on there. And with the shish kebab sticks like at the bottom of our little roof, it really, really gripped on there. So that's why I really love like that I had used some wood for the roof as well. And now it's time for the fun part. We are going to start decorating this thing. So I have a wood plank. These are from Walmart, but they have them at Dollar Tree. And I start off by painting it with some black chalk paint from Dollar Tree. And I really like this stuff. It gives good coverage. I never used this before, and it was pretty good. So I grabbed, so I painted my little wood plank with it. And then I made a decal with my Cricut, and I transferred it on there. Now the decal is not going to be green. I am using this as a stencil because sometimes when I do it, I have people telling me like, why are you doing it that color? But this is just being used as a stencil, you guys. And once I transfer it onto our little wood plank, I take my white paint and I brush over it. Now I don't give it complete coverage over the letters. I give it complete coverage, but not the board completely, since our little tier tray stand, since it does look like very rustic to me. It looks very rustic and farmhouse-ish. I wanted all our pieces to look the same. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my little weeding tool. And now the paint is still a little bit wet. I found that by doing projects like these with vinyl using as stencils, I don't let the paint completely dry because then it will be hard for the vinyl to come off. So while it's still a little bit wet, I weed the letters right off of our little wood plank. I love this look, and for this sign, I love that I went this way instead of just putting vinyl right onto the little board. So once I weeded it all off, I do the same thing. I grab my antique wax and I just give it a light dry brush, and that is it for the little sign. And now that our little sign is done, I am going to glue it right onto our little tier tray stand, and I turn our little tier tray stand into a flower market. And I wanted to do it like this because the minis that I am going to do that you guys are going to see now is going to be like a flower market tier tray stand. I love how this came out, you guys. Okay, so for our first one, all of these are going to be super duper quick. This is a wood circle. They sell these at Walmart for like $1 and some change. And I'm just going to take it and I'm going to paint it with Waverly chalk paint in the color celery. Okay, you guys, so now I grab these rub-on transfers from Dollar Tree. These are the farmhouse rub-on transfers. And I'm just going to cut it out and I'm going to transfer it right onto our little wood circle, just using a popsicle stick. I have found that you want to make sure that your paint's really, really dry in order for these rub-on transfers to really stick on there. They work pretty good. I really like these rub-on transfers. Just make sure your paint is dry. Now, once I have that done, I grab some of the florals from, I believe it was from a different rub-on transfer, but it was when they brought these out, like a floral pieces, like little leaf pieces, and I transfer those on as well because it was just looking a little too plain for me. Now, once that's done, I have these this is like a little stand piece, and I picked this up at Michael's. It was like a 10-pack, and it was only like $2. So I stained it using my Waverly wax, and I thought I was just gonna leave my sign like that, but I wanted it to have a little bit more of a pop. So with all my minis that I'm doing, I want them to look like big pieces, but obviously I'm converting them into little minis. So when you're doing a big wood round, what do you usually put on it? You use like a border around the wood round. So I decided to grab a piece of twine, and I just not dropped it. What am I saying? Dropped. I wrapped it around our little wood round. And then that was it for this one, you guys. I placed it on the little stand. How cute is this? Okay, you guys, on to the next one. So Dollar Tree's carrying these mini flower pots, and they come to 3 in a pack, 3 different sizes. I grabbed the largest one. If you guys see these, grab these as fast as you can because they are going fast. A couple of my Dollar Trees already sold out. Now, the little white styrofoam ball that I have, this is like the vase filler that Dollar Tree carries. It's the biggest ball. And I just put it onto a shish kebab stick. Now, I'm using some moss and I'm cutting it into like really, really small pieces. We are going to make a little topiary. Topiary. Never mind. I cannot say that today. A topiary. Whatever. Whatever. I can't talk today at all. Okay, so if your glue gun has low temp setting, make sure you put it on low temp setting. And basically you're just going to put glue and moss, and you're just going to cover the styrofoam ball until it has complete coverage. Once I covered it completely, I palmed it, cupped it. I'm telling you guys, I cannot talk today. And I just pressed it down so it could just all, be squeezed onto there so it form into shape. Now I just gave it a little trim just to get off those big pieces. And then I took my stick and I stained it with more Waverly wax just to give it a little bit more of a darker stain. So now I grab my little flower pot and I have a little piece of foam, like floral foam, and I'm just sticking a little bit in there to give, when I stick my little stick in there, to give it more support. And I cut down a little stem first because it was too high, and I stick it in there. But then I put some hot glue just to give it that extra hold so it could stand up straight. Now I take some moss and I just cover up the floral foam, and that is it for this one, you guys. This is so stinking cute. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, on to our next one. This little watering tin can, I have got this from Hobby Lobby. Dollar Tree does have some this year. I had got this for basically around the same price that Dollar Tree is selling it this year as well. Now, if you're a crafter, you have a bunch of extra floral stems. I mean, I have bags full of extra stems from leftover projects. Now, these are all like leftover floral stems that I have. And I am just going to pick out a couple and I'm just going to put them inside our little watering can. So you guys, all the noise that you guys do hear in the background, that is my 2-year-old. He is in this phase where he swears he's a zombie, so all those crazy noises, and there's no escaping him. I hide. I mean, I hide to do like voiceovers. I hide certain things. He finds me. There's no escaping him whatsoever, you guys. So bear with me, okay? Now, I wanted the little watering can to have a little bit more of, a decoration to it. So I forgot that I had these stickers. And I just started placing these stickers all over the watering can just to give it like that pop. And it's like that farmhouse type of sticker, so I love it even more. And that was it. Look at how easy, inexpensive, and simple. I just want to take a second to thank all of you. If you guys would like to support me, you guys could visit me at buymeacoffee.com/tserenity. You guys do not have to do it by buying me anything. Just by subscribing, liking, commenting on my channel has helped me so much, and I thank every single one of you. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram at TwistedSerenity05, and when my Facebook goes up, I will definitely let you guys know. And I just want to give a quick shout out to Michelle Unique Boutique 3405. Thank you, girls, so much. Since the beginning, you supported my channel so much. Now, back to the video, you guys. So for the next one, is so fast and so cute. I have a little nest from Hobby Lobby. I got on sale, of course. And these little wood eggs are at least new to me at Dollar Tree. And I took 3 of them out. I painted one with Cashew from Waverly Chalk Paint, one with the clay pot color from Folk Art, and one with Coffee Latte from Folk Art. Now, once our little eggs were dried, I grabbed my toothbrush with some white paint and a little bit of water, and I made like little, I kind of like, I did like little speckles on our little Easter eggs. Now, like I said, if we're crafters, you have a stash of either floral or greenery stems that you have left over. So take out whichever ones you guys want and just pinch them on to a side of the bird's nest. The little nest. It don't have to be a bird's nest. Yeah, bird's nest. A nest. And I just did it. I just arranged the little floral stems how I wanted them. And then I took the eggs and I just glued them into the little nest. And that was it for this one, you guys. This is so cute. This is like a perfect little addition for a tier tray. I have like a little bit bigger nest that I have also got from Hobby Lobby in the past. And I think I'm going to make a bigger version. If you guys don't have these little nests, you guys can make little nests using moss. They're very, very, very simple to make. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, so for this next one is more not, it's kind of not a DIY, it's more like a little hack. I grabbed these little glass bottles and these come in all different sizes at Dollar Tree. I just placed different little floral stems into 3 bottles. And I feel like this is like a perfect little addition for a tier tray. There we go. Simple and easy. Okay, so I have this little wheelbarrow. And I've been having this for a long time. I'm telling you guys, I have so much stuff, it's insane. And I got this from Dollar General for only $1. I want to say maybe like 3 years ago. And I have these little mini clothespins. These are the tiniest ones that you guys can find from Dollar Tree. And I'm just going to take them apart. And if you guys already know, we're going to make little carrots to go inside our little wheelbarrow. So you want to make sure that you take the little spring off of it. And then I painted them with Waverly chalk paint in the color pumpkin. I painted all my little clothespins. Now, once they're painted, you take some glue and you take two of the clothespins and you glue them together. The bumpy, like the side that is raised. Those are the ones that are gonna go outwards. So the smooth sides, you're gonna glue each smooth side to each other. So now I have this greenery, I believe it's called foliage, and I'm just going to pick off like a little stem of it, and I'm going to glue it to the top of our carrot. And that's how simple it is to make like these little carrots. And you can make them in all different sizes because the clothespins are sold in all different sizes. I've made them, you know, big ones, medium ones, little ones. They're so cute, especially for spring and Easter decor. So I do take some Waverly Antique Wax and I just give them like a little dry brush so I could just make them look a little like dirty, like if they just came out of the garden and, you know, the little farmer picked them. And then once that is done, I take some moss, I stick it inside of our little wheelbarrow, and then I put our little carrots on top, and that is it. How stinking cute is this little piece? Okay, you guys, we're almost done. I have this little succulent succulent pot, I should say, from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to just take the succulent and the foam out, and I'm going to take my Waverly chalk paint in the color cashew, and I'm going to paint our entire little pot. Okay, so now this is another Dollar Tree stencil, and I'm going to just tape the stencil to the front of the pot, and I'm going to use my black chalk paint from Dollar Tree as well, and I'm going to stencil on our little bird. Now, when I did take it off, it did bleed just a little bit, and it did rip off my paint a little bit, so I just touched it up with my cashew paint. But how cute is that? Now I'm grabbing some more leftover florals in my giant bag that I have, and I'm going to just stick random florals inside of here. Make it look very springish. And that was it for this one, you guys. These little pieces are so cute, so inexpensive. And what I love is that I didn't have to go out to buy anything to create this, because I literally had everything in my stash at home. Okay, so this little birdhouse, of course, from Dollar Tree. And I'm going to paint the middle of like the house itself with some white. I have white paint from Apple Barrel, and I just give it about 2 coats. Now I left this part in, but I painted the base and the roof with Waverly chalk paint in the color celery. And then I looked at it and I wanted the roof to, I wanted it to be like the green tone color, but I wanted it to be a little bit darker. So I did grab my moss color from Waverly chalk paint and I went over it and painted the roof and the base and the little bird stand part. What is that called? The little stick poking out that the bird stands on. I had the word and now I forgot it. But I did paint that all with my moss color chalk paint. And whatever I did mess up, I do have to go back in because I am a messy painter. I do touch up with my white paint as well. Now, once it's all set and dry, my nail filer that I use as a sander, these are perfect. So if you see them, grab them. And I just go around the roof and the edges just to make some of that wood pop through. I love the way that color, like that, not that color, I'm sorry, that look of it. Now, these little wood pieces, these little wood cutout pieces, I found these at Dollar Tree. I was so excited, and I only found 1 pack of those, unfortunately. It has a little bird in it, so I take the little bird out, and I grab my burnt umber color from Apple Barrel, and I just make it look, I gave it like a stained look. And I just glued it right on to the base of the birdhouse. And the reason why I glued it onto the base and not onto the little stand was because it was covering the little bird hole. And I didn't want it to cover the little bird hole. So once that was done, I wanted to make it a stand. I didn't want this to be as low, like the birdhouse to be as low as it was. So I grabbed 4 tumbling tower blocks and I painted them in the color moss as well. Once it dried, I take 2 of them and I glue 2 of them together side by side. And then I take the other 2 and I glue them one on top of another. Then I glue them on, so I glue the one that's on top of another, I glue it onto the 2 that are side by side. So that's basically like the base of it. And then I take the birdhouse and I position it to the middle and I glue the birdhouse right on top of it. And that was it for this one. It's so cute. I love that it has some height with the stand and that it's just not laying flat. Let me know what you guys think. Okay, you guys, we're finally on to our last one. I have this little wood block and I had a bag of these that I picked up from Goodwill. And these have like images on the front of them. So I'm just going to go over that image with some white paint. And I give it 2 coats and I let it dry. Now, I have the 2022 calendars. In my mind, I had a different image that I wanted to do, but I could not find my 2023 calendars, which I know that I have. I just can't find them. So I have this one and I decided to use the mini Hello Spring image, which it was cute anyways. And I just cut it all around and I made sure I cut it down. So when I put it on our little wood piece, the white is exposed on it, as you guys can see what I'm doing. Then I love my purple disappearing glue stick. These are perfect. I glue it onto our little wood piece. Now I take my color Apple Barrel Burnt Umber and I'm going to paint around, like basically I'm going to make it look like if it has a border on, like the little image has a border, using my Apple Barrel paint. Now, if some paint got onto the little image, it was perfect for me because what I did, as you guys can see, I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to blend it in. So it could, this look makes it look like very rustic and very farmhouse-ish. That's my decor. You guys, you know, everybody has their preference. They don't like dry brushing. They don't like farmhouse. Like I said, everything is just inspiration. Take it and make it into your decor. Now, this little mini log, it's like a birch little mini log. These are from Dollar Tree as well. And I just took our little sign and I glued it onto the little log. Now, I'm going to grab some moss. This is Spanish moss from Dollar Tree. And I'm going just to glue it right on top of the little mini log. Now, I have this little floral stem. I'm going to just pop it into the moss. And then I'm going to use a little bit of hot glue just to keep it in position onto the front of the little sign. And that was it. I really think that out of everything that I did, for some reason, this little piece is one of my favorite one. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for sticking through the whole video. Now let's take a look at everything. I want to thank you guys for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And turn on that bell notification to be notified when I post my next video. The links to reach out to me and for my social media pages will be linked in my description box. So make sure you guys check those out. And always, always, always remember, this world could throw you twists and turns, but always make good choices. To the next one, you guys.